Aquarius workshop to be truly detached. I start with a quote from Pathwork Lecture 52 with the title The God Image. And the quote is as follows. The true sense of detachment is to be detached from one's own ego-centeredness. Thereby the person obtains a certain objectivity. This objectivity is detachment. It means that you can consider your own hurt vanities, your advantages, your goals, not any differently from those of other people. End of quote from Pathwork Lecture 52. It is a long journey of trial and error to achieve detachment. Being truly detached means that we are independent and no longer impose conditions on our environment in order to be happy. We have let go of ego control. We feel free, enjoy more, and live in the moment. We move relaxed with the flow of life and we do not resist it. It is a fallacy to believe that detachment means being without desire and living passively in a state of indifference or resignation. This is a false detachment based on fear, in which we withdraw into isolation as a protection against pain and rejection and are so preoccupied with ourselves that we cannot perceive reality. To be detached means to have an objective attitude, characterized by observing in an unbiased and open-minded manner. Observing objectively and in truth is the essence of being in harmony. This realistic attitude of distancing ourselves from ourselves in a healthy, relaxed way gives us great inner freedom, self-confidence, love and strength. The better we observe ourselves objectively, the more accurately we are able to objectively perceive other people and situations. Loving ourselves despite visible shortcomings is true mature love, because love is always objective. In this workshop you will explore, with a loving curiosity, 3 themes of the Pathwork Lectures regarding true detachment. The first theme, perceive yourself humbly. If we are willing to observe our immature aspects with humility, we are more likely to take responsibility for every problem in our life, move through it, bear it, accept it, and find the cause within ourselves. By accepting the pain that comes with problems and not considering ourselves more important than others, we can become detached from our ego and thereby become emotionally independent. The next quote stems from Pathwork Lecture 21. Simply take stock of yourself and get, for the time being, accustomed to see yourself where you really are and not where you want to be. Accept this temporary reality for 2 reasons. First, you have to be unemotional and undisturbed about what you are, before you can change yourself. And this needs the new habit of seeing yourself clearly for a while, without any false motives and excuses and blindness. Second, this will also teach you the necessary humiliation that is a major requirement of spiritual development and true detachment. End of quote from Pathwork Lecture 21. The second theme, facing your forcing current and subjectivity. Because of our childish misconceptions about love, namely love is slavish submission, we have replaced the natural desire for love by forcing others to love us by impressing or proving ourselves. This forcing current causes subjectivity, because we are happy when we get our way and angry when opposed. This forcing attitude is selfish and hurtful, because we want to get more than we are willing to give. Without this forcing current comes the willingness to respect and love others, even if they do not do our way. The next quote stems from Pathwork Lecture 70. In order to have an objective and detached view, you have to be rid of the illusion that every slight, hurt, or disappointment is a tragedy to guard against. The solution of this problem demands, therefore, that you recognize, first, your substitute emotion which finds gratification through the subtle current of forcing others to love you. Second, your subjective outlook, hidden in your emotional reactions, that makes you unable to give love. Third, your world of illusion wherein you are in terror of being rejected. Fourth, the effect of all this on your personality and on your surroundings. End of quote from Pathwork Lecture 70. The third theme, accepting the duality of life and death. We live in a dualistic world of pleasure and pain, joy and sorrow, of life and death. It is precisely our fear of death that creates this dualistic world. We do not see that death and life are connected, because to the extent that we fear suffering, we fear happiness. As we get to know ourselves better, we are able to accept death as an organic process in a relaxed way. This acceptance will ultimately lead to victory over the great duality between life and death. The last quote stems from Pathwork Lecture 82. Detachment is arrived at only after acceptance of all that life has to offer, including death. Some people believe they have risen to this real and genuine height, while in reality they simply reject pain and suffering, and therefore also pleasure and joy. Such persons will, at one time of their evolution, be it in this same life, be it some time later, find that they have to come back to that point at which they fled from their soul experience, so that this part can be learned and fully gone through. Only he who has gone through that will arrive at real serenity. End of quote of Pathwork Lecture 82. I wish you peace and all the best. Thank you.